Cracking the narcissist fear code. What really scares a narcissist? Is it anything? We're diving into that today. Hey there, I'm Rebecca Zung, and I'm a globally recognized narcissist negotiation expert, communication expert, high conflict expert. I'm also an attorney, and today I'm going to tell you how to crack that narcissist fear code. So welcome back to this channel, ladies and gentlemen. If you are new here, I'm so glad that you are here because I'm going to show you how to shift that dynamic of power against high conflict people, narcissistic people, and make sure that you have subscribed here. If you're brand new, hit that notification bell. It'll help us grow our community, and we help people shift that dynamic of power so that you can become the strong one. And today I'm going to be sharing insights into the fear that lurks behind that confident facade of narcissists. So what really makes a narcissist who they are? I mean, what makes them tick? Well, they've got this deep insecurity. It's a deep sense of shame. You know, it started off with trauma. They were children, and they needed to feel like they needed to survive. That's what happened initially, and so their brains were conditioned to believe that they needed to survive. Their brains were wired for survival. And because of that, they think that they need to grasp on to, manipulating people. And it's a very fragile ego that they've got going on. And it's this fragile shell of what's happening. They've got this tiny little, it's like a tiny little, scared little thing that's inside of them that they're constantly protecting. And they don't want you to know that. It's like, I always say, it's like the Wizard of Oz, this big, huge head, but the thing that's behind it is this feeble little man behind the curtain. And, or this chocolate Easter bunny that looks really pretty on the outside, but behind it is this little shell, and it's very hollow inside. And so you need to understand that it's all about survival for them. It has really nothing to do with you. It has all to do with them needing to survive. That's why they have no empathy for you, because it's all about them and their pain and shame constantly. And so the worst thing that scares them is being exposed. They don't want to be exposed for who they really are. And so when you are creating leverage, which is one of the things that I teach you how to negotiate with them. That's the first place that you can go is building up, keeping track through your documentation of, keeping track of their lies, keeping track of their bad behavior, making summaries of all of that and saying, hey, I can potentially expose you, and having a strategy around that. And that becomes your leverage. So what are their 5 core fears? Their 5 core fears are, number 1, being challenged. They have this need to always be right, and they don't want anyone to expose them. They have to be in control. And why can't they stand being questioned? Because they have to have everyone think that they're in control all the time. And even if they get proven wrong, they'll stand you straight and look straight in your face and say, that's not correct. I mean, the sky could be blue, and they'll look you straight in the face and say, no, it's purple. I mean, I've actually seen lawyers in court look you straight in the face and say that whatever it says on the page of a transcript, that's not what it says, even though that's what it says in the transcript of their own words. They do not want to be challenged. 5 core fears. Number 1. Number 2 is being slighted. Oh my gosh. Their constant need for attention and praise, however small. So the smallest little slight can set them off. It can be a tone. It can be an eye roll. I always say that narcissists hear tones like dogs hear whistles. Like, it can be, no tone whatsoever. They hear tone. So, that's why I always say when you want to get something from them, fluff or favor, vomit later. You kind of fluff up their ego so that you can try to get something from them. Right? So that's number 2. And, I would love to know what you guys have seen from this so far. Let me know in the comments what you guys have seen so far. And number 3 is being abandoned. I know that they act like the worst. And you think, why would anyone want to stay around it? Because they're horrible. But yet they have this massive fear of rejection. You constantly are thinking, why would I want to be around you? You've been awful. You want to run away from them like your hair is on fire. But then it's this constant push-pull, because the minute you're trying to leave, that's when they turn the charm back on again, right? Because they don't want you to leave. And then they start doing all the things that they were supposed to do in the first place, which is just maddening, because then that they know what they were supposed to do in the first place, right? Totally, right? Put totally in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. And if you're trying to negotiate with a narcissist right now, please grab my free Crush My Negotiation Prep worksheet. It's a free 15-page ebook, and it will definitely help you. Get that at winmynegotiation.com, winmynegotiation.com. It'll totally help you. And I can drop a link to that below as well, winmynegotiation.com. It's a free ebook, and it's helped so many people win their negotiations. So, and then number 4 is being alone. I mean, they hate being alone. And that's part of the reason why they're constantly struggling for attention and validation, because they don't want to have to be alone. Contrary to the way they act, they have the worst feelings of unworthiness. I mean, everybody has feelings of unworthiness. Everyone has feelings of insecurity, but they have the worst feelings of unworthiness of all of us. They have the deepest feelings of pain, the deepest feelings of shame. They struggle with awful feelings of emptiness. That's why they have a fear of being abandoned, right? And yet they treat you awfully, and then back to number 5 is being exposed. The image that they project versus who they truly are deep down inside is vastly different. Vastly different. And the fear of people seeing them for who they truly are is deep. And that's how you can build your leverage, is right around that, what I call that diamond level supply, So making sure that you know what that diamond level supply is, and making sure that you know what diamond level supply is versus coal level supply. And I explain a lot of this in my slave methodology, and diamond level supply being, who they look to, how they look to the world, and their image, and their coal level supply being degrading people, manipulating people, and treating people poorly, and basically you in this scenario. And to set up your best leverage, you need to figure out how to threaten a source of supply that's more important for them to keep than the supply that they get from jerking you around, which is you. And that's how you build your leverage. And so, if you want a deeper understanding of all of this, of course, you can, check out my new book, Slay the Bully, How to Negotiate with a Narcissist and Win. There's a link to that down in the description. You can check that out at slaythebully.com as well. By getting to understand the fears of a narcissist, you can definitely better navigate interactions and stand your ground, feel your power, and shift that dynamic of power. And remember, step 1 is not to run. Step 1 is to create those boundaries and know who you are. because standing in your authentic power is that first step to that power switch. Join my free private Facebook group, which is Narcissist Negotiators with Rebecca Zung. Get the help and support that you need. You know, if you need therapy, go to betterhelp.com/Rebecca Zung. Get the therapy that you need. That is a sponsor for us. So we receive commissions on that. It doesn't cost you any extra, but it will help you if you need it. And if you like this video, make sure that you share it, you like it, you share it out so that others can have access to the content as well. If you haven't joined our Slay Nation family, that you hit that subscribe button and that you hit that notification bell, because we're building a community here of people who are serving each other, who are helping each other, who are supporting each other, because I know how isolating being with a narcissist can be. So thanks for tuning in. Remember that we are all in this together. And remember that today's a great day to start negotiating your best life. All right. And I'm so grateful that you are here. Remember that they only win if you give in. And the next video that I want you to watch is a really, really fantastic video. And it is how to baffle a narcissist, because that is going to help you when you are shifting that power dynamic with narcissists as well. All right. So I'm so glad that you were here. I will see you in that next video. And remember, they only win if you give in, but you don't have to do, because there's so much here for you. All right. See you in that next video.